guys, we're headed over to Moorhead to finalize the pictures so we can list this rental. Wow, they are in there grabbing the final pictures before we actually list the property for rent. I want to share a story about one of my first investments that I made, and I made one of the biggest mistakes. And I didn't understand it at first until after the second closing. But it was a good mistake. I lost over $60,000 because I failed to do one thing. I want to tell you, anytime that you're performing any seller finance deals, you want to make sure that the contract is done properly. You want to make sure that everything is done with an attorney. You don't want to do anything without an attorney, even though there's a piece of paper that's being filed. So you want to do it because you're not obligated to have to do so when you're doing a seller finance deal. Now, in a traditional sale, yes, everything is going to be done with an attorney. So what I did was I did not submit anything. Everything was sorry, that truck was really loud, but it was a seller finance deal. And it was multiple rooms, so we rented it out by the room. So it was really good cash flow, and I made quite a bit of money off of this deal. As you know, as the year progressed, and I want to say COVID hit. Once COVID hit, of course, times were very hard for a lot of people to pay rent. So I was able to, scavenger a few deals with some of those tenants because they were receiving assistance and things of that nature. But I mean, man, those payments on that assistance were very delayed. Now, don't get me wrong. It was a nice, $5,000 check, $6,000 check, but you had to wait like 5 or 6 or 7 months for it sometimes. So it just really depends on, who you are and what kind of cash flow you have and what you're doing. So the reason I had lost $60,000 plus on this deal was because I failed to do one thing. That one thing was a title search and order title insurance. Now, what happened with this is, when I purchased the deal from somebody else who also had a contract to purchase that deal. There was an owner who owned a property. That owner seller financed the deal to another owner, and then I seller financed the deal from that owner. So we're talking 2 individuals here. And the original owner of the property had got into some legal, some tax issues, some tax problems. They wasn't able to cover them. So fast forward, post COVID, we decided to sell it. Man, I mean, we sold it for quite a bit of money. At seller finance deal, there was a lien that attached from the very original owner. Somebody had to pay the deal. So by the time we brought the end buyer to the property to sell it, again, somebody had to cover that lien. And we took some time in negotiations, and we took some time to really unlock and unpack who was going to pay for this lien. Longer story short, we ended up covering the costs. I ended up having to pay some of that lien, and now I am able to receive other benefits from the original owner based on that lien being paid. So I guess it worked out in my favor, but at the same time, that was $60,000 plus that I could have originally had in my pocket, because I could have took that money and reinvested in something else. So seller finance deals, and everything is on paper. Please make sure that you get a title search on the property. Please make sure that you order title insurance. It's the most important key factor in a real estate transaction that keeps everything from behind you haunting you whenever you're ready to exit your property based on its strategy. okay? Other than that, stay tuned, guys. They just finished up the pictures, so we're gonna get back to the office, edit them, and go from there.